you have spent years trying to become a better version of yourself. Today, you can finally stop trying so hard and instead remember who you are. You found your way here to Waking Up with Ryan. I'm so glad that you pushed play. This is the place you and I come to wake up together. So let's take a deep breath and begin. Good morning, my love. So you want awakening, you want peace, and you search for it, you strive for it, you do all your practices for years. I know I did. After my initial insight or awakening, that moment that I trust you've experienced where you have this opening to an experience where you recognize you're more than your body, where you come to realize that this universe is a very real thing that can be involved in your life. And so there's this initial, oh wow, awakening. This crack happens in your ego identity, where everything you thought you were kind of loses some of its grip. And then you're like, okay, I want more of this awakening. So then you look for teachers and you read the books and you practice the yoga. I did all of that for years and years and years. And there's this frustrating aspect of it because you're doing all the practices, reaching for awakening or enlightenment, but it's like something's always holding you back from actualizing that awakening. And I want to tell you what it is, because when I received this wisdom or this insight from my teachers, this was the most important bit of information pointing to what it was that was holding me back from recognizing who I really am, from the deepest aspects of awakening. And it's this: awakening is not something that you can achieve. Awakening is not something that can come about from effort. It's not something that comes from more practice, more yoga, more reading, more studying, more conversations with friends, more therapy. Awakening is not something you can strive for. Why? Because awakening already is. Awakeness, enlightenment is and always is. It always has been. It is right now. It always will be. It is eternal. It is outside of time and space. It is right here, right now, always available to be accessed right now. Nothing you need to do, nothing you need to practice, nothing you need to strive for. You don't need to get better at anything to reach this goal. It's the mind that tells a story, and it is a story made up of thoughts, even though it seems really true. It's the mind that tells the story that you are where you are right now, and that you want to get to this destination called awakening, or peace, or enlightenment, or remembering who you are. The mind says, you are where you are now, you want to get to where you want to get to in the future, and then sets a course to achieve that destination. This is the brilliance of the ego mind that is trying to keep you from remembering who you are right now. It makes awakening a destination so that you are almost under the illusion that it's not already here right now. That's how the ego maintains its sense of self. When awakening is here right now. So if awakening is here now, always available. But we create awakening to be a destination. My question for you is, how can you get to where you already are? How can you go where you already are? You can't. How can you achieve what you already are, what's already been achieved and always has been achieved? You can't. The ultimate wisdom comes from the words, stop seeking. Stop searching. Stop working at it. And recognize that it is what you are here now. Rest back into it. This maps perfectly the story of Siddhartha, the Buddha. Siddhartha set himself on a journey of spiritual practice for years, striving, practicing all these traditions until he became fed up because they weren't helping him reach his goal. So finally, what did he do? He sat under the Bodhi tree. He sat under the tree and just said, okay, I'm not getting up from here until I wake up. What happened? Maya, the great illusory, egoic God, began to show the Buddha images of great suffering in the world. And rather than the Buddha following those thoughts, telling stories about the images that he was seeing, instead he looked right at them and he said, "You're not real." And then another one would come. He looked right at it and said, "You're not real." Poof. Disappeared. Another one would come. "You're not real." Poof, it would come. He was denying the ultimate reality of the illusion. And every time he did that, holding his center of presence and awareness, remembering that he is the awareness of the visions that are coming, the things, the way the life is moving, appearing. And he looked at each one and denied its ultimate reality, even though it seemed very real in the vision. He denied its ultimate reality. And he did this again and again and again until there were no more images. And in that moment, there was nothing left to block him from the pure light of awareness. And there he experienced himself as awakened, illumined, enlightened. But the thing is that he always was, you always are. It's just that the mind is so powerful in creating these images of what you think you are and what you think the world is, that we identify with them. And you play the game thinking you are this person, but meanwhile, this person is an image. Who you think you are is an image within awareness. And so your ultimate choice is to shift your identification from who you think you are to who you really are, which doesn't take any work. That's the thing that I imagine, because I know I heard that idea for years and I thought it was a really nice idea. But it wasn't until I really allowed myself to experience it, to stop, to sit, to ask myself, who am I? To remind myself I am awareness. And every time doing that, dropping deeper and deeper and deeper, and my experience of who I am changed. Who I am didn't change. It was always here. But my mind, it's as if the mind lost its power to convince me that I'm something other than what I truly am. And so, let's have a short practice of no effort this morning. You may close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. And just notice this you that is always striving to become, striving to get better, striving to reach some kind of a destination in the future. And notice that this you is only made of thought. It's a thought that there's a destination for you where you will finally be peaceful, where you will finally be happier, where you'll finally be better. It's a thought. It's a thought that says, okay, then I have to practice to reach that destination. And it's also a thought that says, I'm not perfectly whole right now. So just notice that you and take a deep breath. and let it go. And for this morning's practice, we'll use a short mantra, 3 words, as a way to point to what is right here, to who you truly are. Very simply repeating to yourself, I am awareness. And take a deep breath. Again, I am awareness. I am awareness. Keeping the breath moving and allowing yourself to bring this mantra to your mind at your own timing. I am awareness. Repeating this mantra to yourself. I am awareness. And finishing our practice now with just 2 words. I am. Let's take a breath. I am. Dropping the mantra now and just sitting, feeling into the endless expanse that is right here, that you are. This is the experience of relaxing into who you are, rather than striving to become something. Let's take a deep breath in to close. And let it go. And when you're ready, blinking the eyes open, coming back into your space. There's nowhere to get. There's nothing to achieve or become when it comes to you remembering who you are, because you are already it. Loving you from here. Hi. I hope you're feeling even just a little bit more prepared to take on the day. But before you go, I'd love to hear from you. And you can send me a voice note by going to my website, wakingupwithryan.com. Scroll down to the section that says, Send Ryan a voice note. Tap the button to leave me a voice message with a question you have, maybe a relationship challenge you're having, or a spiritual hang-up, some kind of an emotional struggle. Any topic that you'd love for me to address on the podcast, I want to hear from you. Loving you from here.